Welcome to my 2021 updated pros and cons list of living in Pleasanton, California. Let's get into it. What's up, everybody? My name is Cooper Eisenmann, and if you haven't seen me before, I am a full-time real estate agent in the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley areas of the East Bay area, and those cities consist of Livermore, Pleasanton, Dublin, San Ramon, Danville, and Alamo. And I would really appreciate it if you could hit the like button on this video, as it helps this video to reach more people just like you who are interested in learning more about the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley areas. Now, I have been getting a ton of text calls and emails from people who find me on YouTube and need help either buying and or selling a home, and I absolutely love it. So if you need any help or you know anybody who needs help buying or selling a home, please send them my way. I really do love to get those reach outs from you. I'm going to put my information down here at the bottom. You can reach me any time of the day. I always get back to you within 15 or 20 minutes, so it's super fast and super convenient. Now, many of you may already know that I did do a pros and cons list of living in Pleasanton last year, and it has been my most watched video, but I wanted to do a new one because of two things. One, a lot has changed, and two, let's be honest, I had just started making videos, and it's hard for me to watch that because the quality is so bad when compared to the new videos I'm making. So I wanted to make an updated, fresh version of pros and cons of living in Pleasanton. So let's get into the video. Now let's start with the cons list, because who wants to end on a cons list? Let's end on a pros list. Now, number one on the cons list is that real estate pricing has gotten even more expensive. In the last 18 months since COVID started, we've seen about a 10 to 15% appreciation, and that's a lot crazier and higher than the typical 3 to 5% that most people are used to. Now, at this time, the current median detached single family home price is just under 1.8 million, so right at 1,795, and 885,000 for an attached home, so either a condo or townhome, and they group those two classes together. Number two on my cons list is that traffic is back, and trust me, it is back in full force. So during the pandemic, when work from home orders went into effect, and especially being in the Bay Area, we are home to some of the biggest tech companies in the world. And so work from home was great for a lot of people because traffic was reduced and they didn't need to go into the office anymore. But since then, some companies have required in-office work to start again, and thus starting the traffic. So you can definitely expect that prime time traffic is back, especially on the 680 and the 580, where most of the commuting happens. Check out my commuting video on my YouTube channel if you're curious just how long it will take to commute to some of the South Bay and Peninsula companies if you live in the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley cities. Now, number three on my cons list kind of goes along with number two, but it's the fact and where Pleasanton is located in regards to the major tech companies in the South Bay and Peninsula in relation to some other cities in the San Ramon Valley and Tri-Valley areas. So Pleasanton is, out of the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley areas, the closest city to the South Bay and Peninsula. And although it is the closest, you are still going to look at a 45-minute to an hour and 25-minute drive into work, depending on how bad traffic is at any given time. So although a lot of buyers from the Peninsula and the South Bay do choose Pleasanton because of its convenient location, it is still a commute. You will still have a commute into work. Like I said, it's probably going to be 45 minutes to an hour and 25 minutes, depending on what time of the day you're driving. Now, number four on my cons list is that Pleasanton does not have much new construction options if you're looking to purchase a home here. Dublin and San Ramon has by far surpassed any other city in the San Ramon Valley or Tri-Valley areas with new construction opportunities, and Pleasanton has definitely been lacking. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I do not prefer new construction, and I do prefer to go the older home route with homes built in the 60s or 70s. But a lot of my clients and a lot of buyers in this market I know would entertain new construction if it was offered, and Pleasanton just doesn't have much of it. So I think it's valuable information to know. If you like Pleasanton, you probably should not expect much new construction opportunity, but rather homes that are more typically built in the 60s and 70s. If you are interested in new construction, then I would highly recommend looking in Dublin or San Ramon for more opportunities. Now let's get to the pros list. Number one on my pros list is the location of Pleasanton itself. Now I know in the cons list I said that there is a commute even if you do live in Pleasanton, but out of all the cities in the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley area, Pleasanton is, in my opinion, the best located if you are going to be commuting into the South Bay or Peninsula for work. Now, number two on my pros list is the price of housing. Now, I know I just said again in the cons list that the house prices have gone up, which is true, but Pleasanton, in compared to other comparable cities in the South Bay and Peninsula, does generally have lower housing pricing. And that's why I've also noticed buyers coming from the South Bay and Peninsula who were renting and considering buying there have come to Pleasanton and realized that overall the prices have been less expensive. Now, in some cases, to get comparable properties in Pleasanton and some cities in the South Bay and Peninsula can be upwards of a $500,000 price difference. So in Pleasanton, a house for $1.5 million can be upwards of $2 million or maybe sometimes more depending on where you want to buy in the South Bay and Peninsula. Now, number three on my pros list is schooling and safety. Now, Pleasanton, along with many other cities in the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley areas, are home to some of the country's top-rated schools and some of the country's top-rated safety as far as cities go. So new residents have many options when they're deciding what city to live in, as well as what neighborhood to purchase in. What finding the right neighborhood to live in will come down to is whatever neighborhood feels like the best fit for you and your family, whatever that reason may be. Now, number four on my pros list is the overall community. Now, whether it's the kids' sports leagues, going downtown, or the events they host at the fairgrounds, Pleasanton has a lot to offer for you and or your family to do. Most of the kids' sports leagues and adult recreational leagues take place at the Pleasanton Sports Park, which is located off Parkside Drive. And that is a massive, massive park that has many baseball diamonds, football fields at the end, playgrounds, soccer fields, etc. The Alameda County Fairgrounds is also located in Pleasanton and hosts many yearly events like the Good Guys Car Show, the Alameda County Fair, motorhome and car sales events, many yearly seasonal events for Halloween, and many more holidays. Downtown Pleasanton also hosts a weekly farmers market and also hosts events throughout the year in which they shut down Main Street in downtown Pleasanton for people to set up booths and for the residents and other people to walk freely on the street. It's a lot of fun. Now, number five and the last item on my pros list is the access to parks and open space in Pleasanton. Now, Pleasanton is full of parks and or open space for you and or your family to utilize. Now, every neighborhood has a local park, so wherever you live, there's likely a park or open space a short walk or bike ride away. Now, that's it for my updated pros and cons list of living in Pleasanton in 2021. I really hope you enjoyed it. Now, as always, if you have any further help or need any help buying or selling a home in the Tri-Valley or San Ramon Valley areas, I would really, really love to help you. You can contact me anytime. My information is down here at the bottom. I always get back to you within 15 or 20 minutes, so it's super fast and super convenient. Thank you so much for watching.